What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you crucial information for this company. I will show you their earnings report. Based on this information you can make your own decision and you can decide whether Mullen Automotive is worth your money or not. And this video is really important. So first of all, let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video somewhere at this point and I've told you that this asset formed 3 out of 5 waves, and we might see the movement to the upside if this asset won't break these two levels. First of all is about 30.19 cents. It is the top of our previous first wave according to this breakdown. And I've told you that if this asset breaks this top, we cannot hit much higher targets. And the crucial point is the bottom of the second wave, because as long as this pivot holds, we might see the next leg to the upside. But otherwise, if it breaks it, definitely it will eliminate the third wave as the motive wave, because we cannot have the retracement that is lower than the initial bottom of the wave. And with this long wick we have the breakdown below this level. It is the 27.52 cents price point, and because of this this breakdown is eliminated. So what to expect next I will show you in my technical analysis, but for now let's continue with the fundamental news. I have to say that on the official Mullen Automotive website we don't have any news basically for almost 1 month from the December 22nd 2022, and we don't have any news on David Mishuri official Twitter account and on Mullen Automotive official Twitter account as well. But we have the filings. We are on fintel.io. And on January 13th we have 3 documents, and 2 of them are not so important right now. Definitely they are important, but I probably do another update on these documents. And right now let me pay your attention on their earnings report. Right here, as you can see, they filed the 10K form. It is their earnings report, and let me dive deep into this document. So first of all, I want to show you that it is quite long document and not so many people want to read the entire document. But I want to pay attention on just several key points. And on page 20 you can find the risk factors, and you can find the summary of these risk factors. And let me go to this. Risks related to Mullen's capital requirements and financial conditions. And just several first bullets will bring a lot of information on the table. So we have incurred significant losses since inception, and we expect that we will continue to incur losses for the foreseeable future. Second one, we will require the substantial additional financing to effective our business plan. So it means they will continue to dilute existing shareholders. Next one, we have not yet manufactured or sold any production vehicles to customers and may never develop or manufacture any vehicles. So these statements basically just cancelled all their statements that they delivered first EV van to the customer, then they brought back it in order to upgrade some batteries and some stuff. This means they just lied to existing shareholders and to all the customers because they haven't manufactured or sold any vehicles. Next one. Our limited operating history makes it difficult for us to evaluate our future business prospects. It's quite obvious, and this is just a common point that might be included with the majority of companies. So here are more bullets, and I want to pay attention that several of them related to the dilution of existing shareholders, and next one that they probably couldn't maintain the compliance with the listing requirements of the Nasdaq capital market. And I have to say that only these risks might be crucial red flags for the potential investors. But let me go further. So first of all, let me show you their statements, and they have losses of $740.32 million net loss before income and taxes. They drastically increased their research and development from $3 million in 2021 to $21.6 million in 2022. And this number basically is the cost of the production of their two vehicles, MULN 5s, in order to make the strikingly different tour happen. And I want to pay your attention on this number. They drastically increased general and administrative costs to $75.3 million from $19.3 million. So let me go further. Right here you can see the summary, and let me quote it for you. Net cash used in the operating activities was $65.8 million in the 12 months ended September 30th, 2022, an increase from $17.5 million net cash used in the 12 months ended September 30, 2021. Net losses for year ended September 30, 2022 were $740.3 million, offset by non-cash operating activities of $484.4 million, financing loss on warrants, and $122.8 million on revaluation of warrant liabilities. Stock-based compensation for employees, directors, and consultants totaled $43.7 million. So, huge stock-based compensation of $43.7 million compared to their total market cap. And let me show you that right now their total market cap is less than $600 million. On top of that, let me show you further information. Right here you can see the executive compensation, and David Mishry in 2022 received the total of $6.36 million. And previously, on the previous year, on 2021, he received $2.38 million in compensation. But let me show you that Kerry Sandler, Chief Accounting Officer, received only $546.5 thousand. As you can see, it is a huge discrepancy in between the David Mishry's compensation and other C executives' numbers. As you can see, 536.6 thousand, 417.8 thousand compared to $6.36 million. So let me go further. It is not the end. Right here you can see the CEO Performance Award table, and David Mishry in 2022 alone received more than $30 million of this compensation. And let me show you just a sneak peek of the reason of this compensation. So on October the 12th, he received 5% in shares with a total amount of $11.22 million. And it was the feature milestone. And let me quote you the condition of this compensation. Feature milestone. If Mullen enters into an agreement with the manufacturer or provider of equipment, accessory, feature or other product, collectively feature, by the end of 2023 that sets the company or its vehicle apart from its competitors, or that provides the company a first mover or first disclosure advantage over its competitors for the feature, the company will issue to Mr. Mishry a number of shares of common stock equal to 5% of company's then current total issued and outstanding shares of common stock as of the date of feature milestone is achieved. And here is the explanation. On September the 1st, 2022, the company announced that it signed a partnership with WaterGen Incorporated to develop and equip Mullen's portfolio of electric vehicles with technology that will produce fresh drinking water from the air for in-vehicle consumer and commercial application. So I covered it in one of my previous videos, and I've told you that it is completely useless feature that made for some weird reasons, and this is the reason why it was implemented. Basically, it wasn't implemented because we don't see any vehicles that were produced with this feature, but it was just an agreement that was signed, and because of one signature of David Mishry, he received $11.22 million. So how cool is that? On top of that, you might wonder how it might happen, and here is the answer. Here is the table. Let me show you. David Mishry has the ultimate voting power of 33.9%. Other 9 directors and executive officers have only 33.3%. As you can see, here is the typo. It is not 333%. Obviously, it is 33.3%. So David Mishry alone can vote and can basically set all the rules he needed in this company. And this, in my opinion, is a huge red flag when one person uses thousands of shareholders and investors in Mullen Automotive basically to collect as much money as he can, and in my opinion it is basically not fair. So, and let me show you just a sneak peek on their assets and liabilities. Right here you can see that the total assets of this company is $302.59 million, and the total liabilities are just $145.63 million. So on papers they can cover their liabilities twice with their assets. But let me show you this. We can see that intangible assets are $93.94 million and goodwill is $92.83 million. So 2/3 out of $302.5 million is the intangible assets. And basically it is a virtual money that you cannot use in any of your operations. And this means they cannot cover their liabilities. On top of that, they have cash and cash equivalents of only $54.08 million. They have restricted cash of roughly $30.2 million, but they cannot use this money because it is restricted cash. Probably it is some kind of deposits for the upcoming purchase of their vehicles. And let me compare this number, $54.08 million, with this number somewhere here. Let me show it to you. Yes, right here. General and administrative expenses, $75.33 million. So they cannot cover even 1 year of general and administrative expenses with their total cash position. And definitely it is with a zero research and development expenses. So I have to say that this company has a huge red flags from their fundamentals, and this means this upcoming week probably might be the red week for this asset. I think that's it for now. Right now you can do your own conclusion and you can decide whether this asset is worth your attention or not. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no